I've been wondering, how does this program, Search Inside Yourself, how does it impact your personal lives? So tell me something about how it impacts it. How do you practice with this emotional intelligence stuff?
Well, for me, it's there's endless opportunity to try to practice and integrate and to drop from intellectual to direct application and direct experience. That's one part. But the other part is just the shared humanity component. The fact that so many people show up, totally different backgrounds, experiences, and then that's always inspiring. And then you see people actually dropping into practice and struggling to figure out how this actually can be part of their lives. That's very nourishing and nurturing, as for me, as wanting to convey it. But also just that there's actually a hope for humanity with this program touching hopefully thousands, hundreds of thousands, hopefully millions of people, and giving them little points of direction. That would be awesome.
That's great.
Well, for me, it's very strange because it's become my life. I mean, when I started this, I have very small, simple dream, right, which is to create conditions for world peace. That's all, right? And so I didn't expect it to impact me, and in fact, I didn't even expect it to be possible. Remember I tell all of you that this dream of world peace, I think is impossible, but I just didn't know it'd be hard. So it turns out to be hard, and personally, a couple of things has happened to me. The first is that Search Inside Yourself has turned me into a Dharma teacher. Right? Remember when we started doing this, I wasn't teaching because I didn't feel qualified. And then there was the budget cut. And because the budget got cut, I had to be involved. And then after I started teaching it, it turns out I don't really suck that much.
Thank goodness for extension,
right.
Circumstances.
That's right, yeah. So it's like I'm fairly good. And
getting better and better.
Getting better. And it turns out that I even wrote a book on the topic. So I become a teacher and an author. At least there's just those two things. It could be more.
In addition to being a jolly good fellow.
Yeah. And so all I wanted to do was to save the world. Who would have thought?
Well, and I was thinking how appreciative I am that I thought that I came into this with a pretty big vision about bringing mindfulness, Dharma, emotional intelligence into the business world. I thought that was a pretty big, audacious dream. And then I met you guys. and I think it was like, right, for what purpose? Like the purpose, to see that really it was about creating the conditions for peace, for world peace, and that business people have that opportunity. But then going back, it's interesting, back to the original question about what about our own lives? You know, like it's helping people. I had a meeting yesterday. I had a coaching meeting with a CEO of a company who really wants to bring Dharma into his life, into his work life, day-to-day work life, and this is hard.
I hope it's Goldman Sachs.
Sorry. No, they I think we should target Goldman Sachs and some of those Wall Street companies. I think they're really hungry for some optimism and some meaning and something other than just producing wealth.
Yes. I'm sorry I interrupted you. So the CEO.
No, it was interesting. This particular fellow just came back from a 2-month retreat, and he was ready to quit his job because he felt like he just wants to be in Dharma, in retreat. And I said, no.
Right.
Like the practice is, how do you bring it here? How do you, he has, his company is 1,200 employees. And I said, your job is to bring compassion. How can you find and spread compassion right here in this workplace?
That's right. Or join Goldman Sachs.
Or join Goldman Sachs.
Yeah.
But
this kind of triggers a thought, because I remember, I think a year or two ago, giving a talk to in San Francisco to a community of young entrepreneur, business people, and I actually made a suggestion that in the past it was monasteries were the basis for universities and education, and then it shifted to actual separate institutions. And I said, well, fast forward to the present, why can't the workplace be the place, both for education in general and then also for personal and spiritual development? It's a place where you go and spend most of your waking hours. why can't it be that way? Why is it that you have to leave work to get nourishment? Why, the full nourishment? So why can't the workplace be intellectually challenging, provide education, and complete personal development? Like, why not?
Mhm. Let's make it happen.
That's what this
I
is.
can figure out why not as well.
Why not? I mean, where's the most suffering, right? In relationships and at work.
Mm.
Where's the the greatest sense of accomplishment and insecurity? In the workplace and also in relationships. So personal relationship, all these skills that in SIY will help with that. But in the workplace, why can't it become the actual fabric of what people are learning and doing every day? I mean, and that goes back to what you said about this person, like, oh, I'm going to leave work to go get nourishment. Well, bring the nourishment to the workplace.
Well, I also was just reflecting on our conversation with Gil Fronsdale at lunch, where he was saying how on Dharma retreats, it's important for people to have their own room because it's so difficult to have a roommate that in most workplaces, like at Google, people are 3, 4, 5 people to a room.
Everyone's in your face.
Yeah, you have
And that's
to.
a good thing.
Yeah, and you're not on retreat. You're trying to get stuff done. So I think this is partly. It's really hard, this working with other people and collaborating and actually being open to other styles and other people emotional stuff while we're trying to accomplish stuff in the workplace. I think that's why this work is so vital to just getting to a baseline of finding peace within companies. I think if we could find, I think that's an important step towards this larger goal of world peace.
And creating clear values and actually from the top down, people challenging everyone to clarify what's the value and can you, when you walk through the door in the workplace, can you actually, is there a way to align what you do every day with those values? Yeah.